Everyone, ding dong. He's gone. He's gone. He has passed away. He has floated up to the kingdom of God, if you will. Henry Kissinger has kicked it. Finally, 100 years of wasted life is gone. Ended. And I couldn't be happier. So, to those of you who don't know, yesterday a little bit of something happened. So, Bosch put out this tweet saying that, sorry for no stream today, guys. Had some important business to take care of, have been putting it off for ages, and Kissinger just kicked it after this. So take with that what you will. Thank you, Vosh, very much for that. And the response from everyone has been absolutely explosive. I'm gonna get into why people are so happy that this man is finally dead after 100 years of life. But people have been happy. Of course, we get the memes coming out. Kissinger just died. Wow, I didn't know that. He led an amazing life. What else can you say? He was an amazing man, whether you agree or not. He was an amazing woman who led an amazing life. I'm actually sad to hear that. Thank you. Ballerina, you should have seen her. It's my favorite clip from the Trump presidency. I'm fucking reacting to Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death. Doesn't make it feel any better what came after, but that clip is very funny. Okay. We even get this from the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. Henry Kissinger was a towering intellect, diplomat, and practitioner who, not without controversy, helped shape American foreign policy with a lasting impact worldwide. A refugee from Nazi Germany and the first Jewish Secretary of State, he was unapologetic about his heritage and his embrace of the importance of American global power and democratic values. We'll get to the democratic values portion later. But basically just absolutely dick-riding Henry Kissinger here. So of course Community Notes comes in with the fucking layup, as they always do. During a meeting of the Washington Special Actions Group, Kissinger said, "If it were not for the accident of my birth, I would be anti-Semitic. Any people who have been persecuted for 2,000 years must be doing something wrong." Jesus. So it really tells you, it really sets up just how bad a person Kissinger was, which, probably once again explains this whole tweet. Been putting off business, and it seems like business has been served. Thank you, Comrade Vosh. But even the response from mainstream media outlets has been pretty scathing against Kissinger. As we see, we have a HuffPo article. Henry Kissinger was a war criminal, but presidents and celebrities smiled with him. And here they talk about Kissinger a little bit. Henry Kissinger, America's most famous war criminal, died on Wednesday at age 100. As Secretary of State and National Security Advisor for Presidents Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford, he micromanaged, presided over, and provided crucial support to deadly conflicts on 3 continents. Now let's talk about what he did. In his 8 years in power, he unnecessarily prolonged the Vietnam War for 5 years. Ordered the carpet bombing of Cambodia and Laos, provided arms for Pakistan's brutal... I'm recording this right after I wake up. I forgot to cut my alarm off. Provided arms for Pakistan's brutal war in Bangladesh. Gave the green light to Argentina's dirty war. Endorsed General Augusto Pinochet's deadly coup in Chile. Hey, remember, according to the ADL, Henry Kissinger was going around promoting democratic values, which is why he supported so many coups. So many coups, and, really started America down on the path of supporting coupping dictators. Actually, wait, no, we had been doing that for years. He continued it, but, he certainly wasn't an enjoyer of democratic values, unless democracy means American interests, which in that case, he's a big fan of democratic values. Enabled a genocide in East Timor, a famously from the guy who said if he wasn't born Jewish, he would be anti-Semitic. He would be down with the genocide. He would be down with genocide. And field civil wars in southern African countries. And then we get to the death toll. The estimated death toll for foreign policy follies connected to Kissinger sits between 3 million and 4 million. This is him meeting Pinochet. The guy who famously threw socialists out of helicopters. This is Kissinger meeting the guy. Big smile on his face, It's like a Just Cause scene. You have the American asshole, and then you have General Sebastiano I've been playing a lot of Just Cause 3. Di Ravello, It's very horrible. So that's just foreign policy follies, yeah? Yeah, so that's just the foreign policy that he helped enact while being Secretary of State for the United States for two presidents. However, the 350,000 to 500,000 Cambodians killed by American bombs, however, are most directly connected to him, which is a lot of people. As Secretary of State, Kissinger personally approved thousands of bombing raids in the country while closely overseeing the campaign. Cambodia's government collapsed amid the US's secret bombing, allowing the strongman Pol Pot to fill the vacuum. His short rule ended with the slaughter and starvation of 1 million more. So Henry Kissinger is pretty indirectly responsible, not even indirectly. The policies that he helped sign off on led to a power vacuum in Cambodia, which led to Pol fucking Pot taking power and then doing the Cambodian genocide. It is a good thing that Henry Kissinger is dead. And this is one of the things that I hate the most. Whenever we get some horrible person like this dying, whenever we get somebody who was undeserving of breath while they were walking the planet Earth, and is infinitely undeserving of having a grade non-tarnished by people's piss, whenever someone like that fucking dies, for some reason, people in the center, people who are liberal leaning, and of course, I'm not a conservative. My hatred of, not even necessarily my hatred, my disdain from liberals comes from the fact that I am a leftist, and I'm far to the left, and I would prefer to, maybe not go, hey, he was a bad guy, but you know what? He did some good things, Like, I saw people saying that, Henry Kissinger, without Henry Kissinger, we wouldn't have started the path to normalizing our relations with China. Okay? That would have probably happened eventually regardless. Like, I feel like that would have happened under a Carter presidency. Maybe not a Reagan presidency, but that's on Reagan, but it would have probably happened sooner or later, I mean, well, later, not sooner, but like, it would have happened. It's a big country. We would have probably tried to normalize relations with them a lot more, especially when Deng came to power, we would have probably tried to move in the direction of normalizing relations, or China would have started trying to normalize relations with us. So, no, that's actually not a point in favor of our boy right there. It's not a point in favor of him, because for all of the relations we normalized with other countries, millions died. Quite literally, millions died. Okay? Henry Kissinger was a monster, and what we need to stop doing is letting ourselves go, well, this person was a monster, but you know what, they were still a human life, so we gotta respect. No. I am of the genuine belief that if you are such a horrible person, you forfeit your right to have the same respectful considerations as other humans. I think if you are responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, which Henry Kissinger is responsible for the death of millions of innocent people. Yeah? I feel like if you are responsible for that, you don't deserve the same respectful considerations that other humans get whenever they die. You do not deserve that. And Henry Kissinger especially does not deserve that. And I haven't really seen it this time around. Almost every also in the running, we have to pick the new most evil. Oh wait, you can't see the tweet. We have to pick the new most evil person alive now. Personally, I would disagree. I would say it's Benjamin Netanyahu. But if we're going by most evil Americans, most evil Americans based on death toll, probably this guy alive right now. It's probably that guy now. So welcome to the top spot, George Bush, George W. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of this idea that we need to respect the lives of these people who have died, who have passed away. Just because, oh, they were a person. No. If you gladly trample upon the graves of millions of people, if you are the ones who gladly put them in their graves with no remorse, you don't deserve those same moral considerations. Yeah? You don't. And he didn't. And it is a good thing that he is gone. Yeah? It doesn't bring back the millions of people who passed away, who were murdered due to his foreign policy. No. It doesn't change the amount of people who died in the East Timor genocide. It doesn't change the amount of people who died under the purges of the dictatorial leader of Chile, Augusto Pinochet. It doesn't change the million people who died during the Cambodian genocide. It doesn't change that. Those people can never be brought back. But at the very least, the person who helped doom them to that fate, the person who helped goad it on, if not directly caused the conditions that led to it, that person is dead now. And that is a good thing. Okay? Don't let people shame you into not celebrating the death of a horrible person. Because horrible people deserve to have their death celebrated so that people know what happens regarding their legacy when they engage in actions like this. You will not be remembered fondly. And we need to make that explicitly clear. With that being said, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. It really helps me out. Also, drop a comment. YouTube comments YouTube as a system really enjoys whenever people comment, so if you've watched this far, maybe give a El Rip Bozo Pinochet pack watch down in the comments. It really helps me out. Comments have been down a little bit, and that's led to a little bit of channel stagnation in the growth, so, maybe a couple of comments will help boost this video a little bit more, who knows. As well as this, you can join the Discord link down below if you want to debate me or just hang out, in there. People do it all the time. It's a very fun server. And, email me as well. That's down below as well. And I love you all. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace. I gotta hit the stop recording button.